It is not an open secret that the 6th entry of the Armor Hero franchise, Armor Hero Star Ray, did not succeed at reviving the franchise due to its post-production issues with its production company, Hero Box. Because of it being considered a failure, this has caused for Aldi to not continue pushing through the toy releases of the Star Ray line, as there remains to be many unreleased products. But the one to suffer the most was its gimmick item, the Shine Cards. The Shine Cards are adjacent to Kamen Rider Decade's Ride Cards, where there was cards that allow for the Star Ray armor users to transform into or summon previous armors, summoning their weapons, or using their skills. As you can see, there isn't really much footage in regards to the previous Armor Hero cards being used because they never did that in the show. It wasn't until Armor Hero Rebirth where Ray Thunder demonstrated it, albeit with the wrong card. The Shine cards were released mostly with the New World edition of the toys, essentially what they call the DX versions for this line, alongside 2 card sets for Ray Thunder and Ray Infernal, and 1 booster box set. They were also included with the 5 Fire Armor figure set, and were recently brought back through Aldi's more prominent Armor Hero card series, the Armor Hero card game, back in the end of November when they shadow dropped the Emperor Hero Shine card. Taking a quick look at the card itself, it's clearly not consistent with the prior Shine cards. The entire layout is just non-existent, only containing the name of the armor. The portrait is larger than the prior ones, and the card stock as a whole is just not the same material as the ones released within the Star Ray toy line. But the background fits though. So then, let's use this Shine card with the Star Ray summoning belt.
Wonka. D1 Kaija.
Yeah, so since Emperor Hero is an ultimate armor, he gets programmed with spiffy lights that don't even correlate to his colors. And his transformation sound is extended because they decided to play an instrumental track of his theme, The Emperor's Return. It's cool, but I don't know where Oldie pulled this out of because in no media to my knowledge has this rendition of the theme played. Not even in the movie, because it plays in the climax. It should also be stated that by swiping the Emperor Hero card on the side, it will play a new element sound, that being light. Which is annoyingly programmed with a space between the element sound effect and the completion sound effect. But now, after covering the Emperor Hero Shine card, I think we should go back and talk about the Armor Hero card game for a second. Specifically, a certain type of cards they started to release for the last 3 waves. This is what they call the UK Character Art card. As for the Emperor Hero Shine card, I believe it's technically a LGK card, basically in line with these cards from the previous waves. Taking a glance at these cards, it's pretty clear they're using the art from the Shine cards, just positioned differently and enlarged. Which then, when you compare the Emperor Hero Shine card with its UK card counterpart, the inconsistencies click together. Should be noted that some of the normal cards have the art that would be used for the skill cards too. But what intrigued me the most with this card type is that with some of these cards, it's our first look at the Shine card art for some of these armors. To which, we will go over all of the currently released cards of this card type. The first set, Battle God Edition, 2nd Edition, comprises of the core armors of Star Ray and Lava respectively. Armor Heroes Ray Thunder, Inferno, Vortex, Lava, Tsunami, Tornado, Cliff, Techno, and Atlas. The following set, Collector Edition, 1st Edition, only comprised of the armors of XT, being Mars, Titan Mars, Arrow, Flash Arrow, Giant, Burst Giant, and Ares. Then the most recent set, Collector Edition, 2nd Edition, comprises of the armors of Lights and Shadows plus Captor, Dragon Man, Eagle Man, Rhino Man, Massive Man, Tiger Man, Emperor Hero, Captor, Carbon, Alloy, Angstrom, Reflect, Ultramax, and Captor King. With that, it only leaves the armor heroes of Hunter to be given the treatment. Unless Apex Ray Thunder or Ray Jade somehow get these cards too, but I doubt it. Looking at all of these cards together, from a blind eye, they all match each other until you take a closer look. The first set of UKs still contain the card stats at the lower bottom of the card, and have inconsistent text sizes for the armor's name on the side. To which is the thing that changed from the following wave, as the XT cards have removed the card stats and made the armor names all the same sizes. The following wave, however, while keeping the basic name tag of the armor, has now rearranged the side armor name for some reason, now having to read it from left to right as opposed to the other way around, like the last two sets have done. For the ultimate armors, Atlas has this shape in its background, but the following three armors do not. And then with the indication numbers at the bottom for the first set are numbered with the same nonsense the Shine cards are numbered, as they go by character rather than what's in the set, which is what the latter two waves went for. At least the backs of these cards are consistent with each other. As for two nitpicky points, if it wasn't nitpicky enough, this Emperor Hero card, despite being labeled as Emperor Hero, is actually of Ultimate Emperor Hero due to the presence of the shield on his chest, which by extension the Shine card has the same flaw too. Then for Ultramax, he is depicted with purple eyes instead of the green eyes. I get it's because he's promoted with the purple eyes, but that indicates that's the evil version of him. But the good one, which is the main user, has green eyes. Until the movie forgot about that. Overall though, my thoughts on owning these cards is that they are nice substitutes for the big holes with the Shine card collection, as it is still frustrating to see a card gimmick fumble this hard, because cards typically are the cheapest way of making money, so the fact that they just surrendered to the fans that boycotted the show for its poor quality is super unfortunate, but I understand it overall. However, obviously, these are not functional with the summoning belt, so you're going to have to get yourself the Armor Sound card set to actually be able to access the various amount of unreleased sounds that should have been fulfilled in the latter year or so. I'll at least give it for oldie that they released one card per series, but it is kind of ridiculous looking through these UK cards and counting up how much of these cards were actually released as Shine cards. Titan Mars was only seen in the opening, mind you. As for where I got these cards, I got them off of Xiaoyu via Superbuy for very decent prices actually. I got this entire set of the UK cards for about $10, as these cards are actually semi-difficult to pull for, as they only come 3 per box. The Emperor Hero Shine card was $8, though I don't know the pull rate for it, as there surprisingly isn't any videos I can find of this set being unboxed on Bilibili. This probably isn't it in regards to me talking about the Armor Hero card game, as there is an interesting set of cards that I want to pick up that are technically a grade higher than the UK cards, but that'll probably come whenever I decide to get them. With that, that'll have to do with this video. This is Ryder, and I'll leave you people.